Introducing to some and reintroducing to others. Speaker, entrepreneur, motivational coach, and author, Sheena Gadine. If you wish to contact her, you can contact her via email at sgadine16@gmail.com, or you can visit her website, www.theladybehindthemask.com.
Hello, everybody. Happy Friday. Everybody's having an awesome day, and I am so happy for you to be here with us, which is called Joy of Words, which is the best way to express yourself. So why not let's bring some poetry to the Friday? It's a new year, new thing, 2022. Hey, it's nothing great, but look, we still got COVID out here, so why not do something virtual to just excite a nice Friday night? So I have some awesome guests with us tonight, and we are going to just deliver some awesome poetry to y'all tonight. So first up, we're gonna have Cheryl. You can introduce who you are, and you can start your first piece.
Okay, my name is Chyrel Jackson, and I'm part of a writing team with my sister. And I have mad love for you guys because this is kind of like a religious day for me. It's the Sabbath day, but I didn't want to disappoint you, Sheena, so I made sure that I was here. So I'm going to be reading my first piece, which is going to be from our book Mirrored Images. And this piece is called God's Love Rules Supreme. So I am blessed, not at all feeling stressed. Time to be one with God and family. Taking a moment to give thanks for God's love rules supreme. The blessings and the unity of what peace of mind and family can bring. Even in a pandemic, God's love rules supreme. God's love rules supreme. During this time of solace, let's get on one accord, writing dope rhymes in sync with our spirit, giving thanks, sending praises to our God. Let the thanks and love flow freely, knowing deliverance will soon come. Setting my eyes on the Savior, his love shines brighter than an ecliptic sun. No time for feelings of anxiousness, no time for petty regrets. Let go of all self-pity, letting go of all the stress. Taking one daily moment to give thanks. God's love still rules supreme. Pondering the goodness of our ever-present Creator, at one with my fellow wordsmiths, journaling dope rhymes and sentiments and words that flow through us as a vibrant and gentle spring. Poem.
Yeah, we getting them snaps up. Yes. All right,
That was
now
powerful, sister.
listen.
That
All
was
right,
powerful.
appreciate
Thank you so
it.
much.
Can I ask
Absolutely.
a question? What inspired that poem?
Really, what we've been living the last 2 years with COVID-19, and so many of us know someone that was sick.
Right.
I know people right now who are um, sick. And so
Absolutely.
I was actually in Chicago with my sister, and we were locked down. We were all in the house together because that's the start of it. It was like during, the first wave of it, which was in 2020. I'd returned home. My dad was sick. He was dying of stage 4 prostate cancer. And here we are in the house, and the pandemic was pretty much just getting started. And so you're watching the news all day, and you're seeing all of these numbers of people who are sick, and then a lot of them perish. But I was so grateful and thankful because, whew, God was merciful. I lost my dad. I lost my dad. He was 85, and we were hit pretty hard because we lost our mom a few years before that, and it was so emotional. it was just the sadness of it all because you just we lost a generation with my father.
Right.
You know, um, he meant so much to us. It's not like even though it wasn't perfect a lot of the time, I love my dad,
That's right.
and and I miss my dad. And it's now it will be 2 years
Mm.
that we lost. Well, he died in 20, so we'll be 2 years on March the 7th that he's been gone.
Mhm.
2 years,
Okay.
but to have a presence in your life,
Yeah.
a presence bigger than life for 85 years, and my dad is really well. God is the reason that I write, but
Right.
it was him that asked me and my sister to put all of our works in one place in a book. So we wrote the first book and released that, and then in honor of his memory, we came back together and wrote the second book.
That is awesome.
Yes, it is.
Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show a slide, well, a video of another poet. They're not able to be here, but I got them to pre-record it. So we're gonna hear a poetry from Tammy. So sit back and let's listen.
Let's hear
Listening.
it.
Hello, I am Tammy Thomas, author and poet, and I just want to say thank you, Sheena, for this opportunity to share my work with you all. And this poem is called I Washed Away. I washed away my sins to clear a path towards a new beginning. I washed away my doubt because I know who I am. I washed away my insecurities because I am better. I've washed away my anxiety because I am stronger. I washed away my anger because I have peace. I've washed away my thoughts of depression and suicide because I began to see the strength to completely see the love I have for me. I know now that I am worthy. I am capable of being loved. I have a new outlook on life and seeing brighter days. I have opened my heart and soul, surrendered my old life of heartache and pain, for the Lord has brightened up my rainy days. Thank you. Thank you again, Sheena, for this great opportunity.
Oh yeah,
Yes. Yes,
definitely,
yes, yes.
definitely.
Absolutely.
Yes.
So next up, we are gonna have the poematic in the building. So please come on to the stage.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear. Is it on me? I didn't
Yes.
have something weird.
Yes.
Okay, it sounds like you chopped and screwed right now. You're talking, you're going real slow. Like really, like it's going like yes, yes. Like you're talking real slow. Can you hear me okay though? All right. My name is Aziz, the Pomanologist. I am CEO and founder of Drip the Mic Network. We are a poetry network. Um, well, we was poetry, but now we have like some new shows going on. I would implore you guys to get with me. We have the legendary Michael Collier that's coming on our Sunday show this weekend. The comedian Michael Collier. So he's gonna bless us. So I'm the founder and CEO of Drip the Mic. It's an open mic network station that we host shows with authors and poets throughout the week. So I'll tell you guys more about that toward the end of the show. The piece I'm going to do is called Silence of Our Power Source. Brothers, we got to wake up and wise up. We got to take up arms and let's size up on these cracks that's out here on the attack of our black women. They are our voice and we got to catch up because our sisters are being silenced and killed at alarming rates because the world can feel them coming. My sisters are on the rise. Matter of fact, they have arrived everywhere. So to my brother warriors, this is a summons. White America moves at lightning speed to impede our melanated breed, but we, as the strengthened seed, needs to step up, not step aside, to ensure a path, as you could bet for damn sure one day a black woman will lead. It boils me to see on TV this orange sucker point at my sister and reporter April Ryan and tell her to have a seat like she was beneath. I grit my teeth and think how we black men need to be like killer bees protecting the queen. Our power source can't afford to have less than the strength of our best stepping up to protect. Send a message like don't mess with our hornet's nest. Make no mistake, this is the silence of our power source. Our daughter Nia Wilson murdered in Oakland at the BART station by a symptom of this evil force. So of course we need to be a force because if we as black men don't enforce, we leave our queens alone set out on a collision course. These are our issues. If your skin is black and you are a man, it ain't a question of can you. It's a statement, fit in where you can. This is the silencing of our power source. Don't tell me you don't understand. Try telling that shit to Sandra Bland. Black man, stand up, man up. This tanned up so called ex president has made it evident through dog whistle banter that our precious black women are to be made look ignorant because of his inability to handle a real question when they raise a hand up. Makes me want to raise my hand up, shape up a black fist, and knock the spit out of the next racist ass lunatic that tries to attack my sis. We can no longer stand for this. They can dismiss and silence our power source. Brothers, we need to state our case so that we shape the mindset of her to appreciate our place, replace any doubt, to give her faith that you are her security, she is the base, provider of the egg, mother of the seed. A kingdom unstable is one without the queen. We diminish and demean our power source when we abuse and shame, ridicule, and call B names. If we harm our queens, others feel empowered to do the same. Today, racism has gotten brave, but we cannot let our power source be their prey. See, the stance we take must say to the other race that you're going to stay your ass out of our black queen's face. Respect is a requirement, and we require that you unhand our power source because your violence will not be our silence. You see, while we hustle for that dollar and grind for that last dime, our beautiful black dimes are under siege, and it's been time that we draw a line to these spineless crimes. You see, America has stepped aside, so brothers, it's up to us. We need to step up and be that protection provider, and let's lift our queens higher so this earth can shine from the fire of our power source. And that's my drip. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Thank you. Um, okay, so I'm a I'm a troll, like as far as like the branches of the government goes, right? I'm big on studying that. Now my high school grades won't prove it, but I've always been big on what they're doing, so I've always kept up with it. And I was noticing how our sisters in government and in press and everything is just being belittled and being put a target on their back by these white men, like, just like disrespecting them, like basically showing the value that they don't have in our black women. And so it lets me know that it was up to us as the men um, to protect our women, because if we don't, they just gonna feel more and more empowered. So as I was in that train of thought, my sister forwarded me this video of earthquake, the Canadian earthquake, and he was saying the same thing, and he was mad as hell. He just posted a video on like Twitter or something, and he was just mad as hell. I guess he's seen some of the same things that I've seen, and he said something about it. And at that point, I was like, you know what, I got to get this out of me. And this piece probably took me about, like, without exaggeration, probably about 5 to 10 minutes. That's how much I had stored up in me, and that's how strongly I feel about protecting our black women.
Awesome, awesome. So I'm gonna read a piece, then we're gonna do a video. So I'm up next. Hello, everyone. I am going to do, it's called Off Track. And this is out of my second book called Unveil the Broken Pieces of a Mess. Have you ever felt like you were stuck and nothing was working? Have you ever thought about your dreams and just gave up? Have you ever felt like you lost the ambition to work towards the things you need to do to reach your dreams? Let us turn to ambition and back on. Let us get the battery packs charged back up. Let us go through the plans and goals to put it back on track. You might went off track for a second and you might have lost the drive for a second. You might have lost your ambition for your purpose. But will you get back on track? Now let's win. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. That was cold off track.
I'm listening like really hard, but like you were like you know how chopped and screw songs sound, right?
Right.
That's exactly what you sound like right now. Like it's coming
Wow.
out really slow, and it's
Wow.
like grr, do, grr. Y'all, is it the same for you as well?
No, she's perfectly normal.
So it's just so y'all telling me it's
Yeah.
me. Oh,
Yep.
my bad. Do I need to like hang up and come back
I'm
or
about to say you
something?
can log off and come back and see if that works for you. I'm about to play the other video while you do
Okay,
that anyway.
all
So,
right,
yep.
okay, I'll do that.
Next up it will be Flo. She goes by the pen name Free Flow. So Flo's about
Okay.
to be in the building.
Hi, this is Free Flow, and this is titled Trusting the Process. The road is long and filled with pain from all of our problems. We lean on our own understanding, our own strength, looking for ways to solve them independently. We allow the potholes and pitfalls of life, the forks in the road, and all the strife to pollute our minds and hearts, therefore paralyzing us until we become extremely pessimistic, and that's a mistake. Cups empty because our poor posture made it impossible for people to pour into us. We can't get so caught up in the position, not asking God for permission to stray away from the course of His mission. That's premeditated murder of His vision because of our selfish ambitions. Then we become broken. But this is the point where God needs you to be so that He can use you, pruning us so that He can purify us, cutting away the traits that are unlike Him, like pride, jealousy, anger, you know them, purging things, habits, and even people from our lives, pushing us to the place where He will perfect us, a place where He will protect us, propelling us to a place of peace and possession, where we'll be walking in alignment, confidently walking in prayer and positivity. The day you get to the place where God's promises begin to come to fruition, when you realize that you've always possessed His power and His wisdom, that you just needed to change your perspective, change your outlook on your circumstances, then one day it'll all make sense. The process by which God molds us, strengthens our endurance, builds up our stamina so that we can persevere. So as you push and press to the next level, remember, whatever you see right now in front of you, it's not your final placement. Just trust God's process, because without Him, you won't make it.
All right, all right, all right.
That was
That
dope.
was
So
free flow.
that was Free Flow.
I loved it.
Yes, yes. She had to have, she wasn't able to make it. So I was just like, well, since you want to do it, just pre-record it.
That
I
was such a
record
great.
it,
It was
you
such a
know.
great idea. I loved
Yeah.
Aziz's piece too. I really loved his piece, and I wanted to tell you that, Aziz.
I'm about to say,
I'm
did he
I'm
leave?
sorry.
Oh,
I got to y'all sound so both of y'all sound that way. The video was fine. You know what? I'm gonna come in on my other phone. Let me pull up my other phone.
Okay.
I'll be back.
okay.
Okay.
Cause I could hear y'all, but can't understand because it's so slow. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Nothing like some technical
Yeah,
difficulty.
you know how technology go.
I know
One day
exactly.
it's here, and another day it's another.
I am so sympathetic, but I thought it was brilliant for you to. And had I known that, but I still wanted to be with you, so I'm cool. But
You know that it's crazy because I was gonna do it all out, but then it came later because
hmm
like at the
hmm
end of the day,
hmm
people want to do it, but they weren't able to make it. So I'm like, well, I can have the pre-record it and I just load it up and just play it in between. So
oh, it's brilliant. That's such a
yeah,
great idea, Shayna.
absolutely. Well, while we wait, I'm gonna throw another piece up and we can stay on the screen together. This one
What?
is called Truth Be Told.
Okay.
People wear masks to cover the many faces they carry around in society to fit a stereotype of image or being betrayed of. Many times people are too afraid of being themselves. They pretend to be many different versions of people. Many times I've imagined lying to the next person that I planned on marrying. Many times you imagine a person as one of the persons that you're going to love and care for and respect you, but you see yourself loving them forever and hoping that they'll be your partner forever. Now imagine this person beating you, imagine this person choking you, and imagine this person disrespecting you. How many times are you going to allow the love to be blind of who they really are? We are so focused on what they're telling us and not on the actions. We lack the truth that they're truly showing us. So many times that we betray our own self and allow the disrespect, and you still try to see the good in that person. I have learned through my transformation that I had to let go and stop holding on to people that needed to be removed out of my life. I have learned that everyone is not meant to go on my journey. And many times I've listened to the fake apologies and the fake I love yous, but now I'm learning to accept the truth of who people are in front of you.
Ooh. Ooh. Sheena, that was great, girl.
Yeah,
Thank
that was
you.
fire. That was fire right there. That was fire. That was fire.
That was called Truth Be Told.
Oh, I
Yeah,
love it.
it's a perfect title.
Could
Yeah,
totally relate to every word
absolutely.
of it too.
Right, right.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. That was the reason why I called the thing Joy of Words, because a lot of times words bring up emotions, and it's all about how they're used and formatted. So it's just, I don't know. Joy of Words is what came, and that's what I ran with.
I love it
I
so
see
much
that.
because
Yeah.
I've always said that, it's healing. It's
Hmm.
healing to get all that stuff out,
Right,
I agree.
what's on your mind, what's in your, soul that you're feeling.
right, right.
So
Absolutely.
I love that piece so much.
Thank you. So, Cheryl, you ready for your second piece?
Yeah, I'm torn though because I don't know,
But
but
I'm like, you can do another one after this, though. You can throw an extra one in this, fine.
okay. So what I'm going to do then, I'm going to because I'm kind of on a theme here, so I didn't want to break it.
Mm.
This one is called Black History.
Okay.
A little black book found in your drawer, lying on the table, placed upon a shelf. Open it up and discover yourself. Learn about your history, a story new and old. The story of enslaved black people, bought and sold. Hidden in prisons with chains on your feet, dazed and confused, standing in the streets. A little black book will tell you who you are, scattered here and there under every heavenly star. Priests, prophets, kings, and queens. Our heritage is rich with all of these things. This little black book, translated in every language, nation, and tongue, tells the story of God, his people, and a city, Jerusalem. A little black book found in your drawer, lying on the table, placed upon a shelf. Open it up and save yourself. Poem.
All right. Snaps.
That
Snaps. Yes. Yes.
yeah, that last line. That last line. Open it up. Save your damn self.
Right. But I love it though. I love it. So what I'm
Yeah.
gonna do is I have a piece of mine that's like a video to when I had launched my spoken word album. So I'm gonna play that one, and it's actually called Deuces. So
Oh,
we about
okay.
to throw
Yeah.
that in here right quick.
Let's get it.
I know it's all over, but the last goodbye.
That's right. We need to say deuces to the disrespect. We need to say deuces to the unfaithfulness. We need to say deuces to the women or the men that don't know or understand our value. Throw those two fingers up to the people that can't love you right. Throw those two fingers up to the people that don't support you when you're down. Throw those two fingers up to the people that don't appreciate you in your work. Yes, we desire the ones that attracted to us. And yes, we desire the ones that don't mean us no good. Yes, we desire the one that brings us a lot of adventure. But you have to say deuces to the ones that do not do you right for your mind or your soul. You have to say deuces to the one that don't make you feel less than what you should be treated as. Remember your value of self.
Oh, that was so dope.
Thank
Oh
you.
my goodness.
Value yourself. I love that beat. I love
Oh
it.
my goodness. The poem was dope. The video was dope. I mean, that was really, whew,
Yeah.
that was incredible.
Thank you. Like, it was crazy because this was in the middle of COVID and someone asked me to write a piece to go to their song. So I was the introduction to the song they wrote, and that was my piece to it. So, and it was called Deuces. So
I loved it. I
like
loved it.
Yeah, me too. I do. I like it all.
I can't wait for Aziz's next piece.
Oh.
Right. And he is up next. You
I'm
ready?
up.
Yeah,
I
you're
am.
up. You're up next. We're gonna throw you up. And if you want to throw in an extra piece, we can add another piece to it tonight. It's fine.
Okay, let's do it. I'm with
So you're up next. Get to it.
This piece is called My Flow. This is my flow. Swift and gifted, mathematically lifted, oxygen projects from my tongue, speaking fast, processing slow. Mo liquid gold. Call it fertilizer in potted soil, injecting growth. Seeds show promise and hope. Wouldn't it be dope if every bro sold breath into a hurting bro? They're scared of that glow. If the culture explodes and begin to unload, the popular story told is if we had control, we would be the instrument that places the tag on white supremacy's toe. Suburban myths seeps from the lips of QAnon hosts, but it's just boasts. People rose in droves, stupidity showed. Capitol officers, sickening is a ghost. And they tried to deem black votes a hoax. Your paranoia spoke, now you choke on the fear of power in the black hold. You misjudge our goals. Systemic racism has an ego that it would never let go. Well, hell, I don't know. It seems over 400 years proved to show that you can't hold another down without stunting your own growth. So know that we cool on that note. Now, his folks placed a vote for no on the Senate floor in convicting against thousands breaching the door, looking for Mike Pence, who wasn't even a foe, the second in command of that DC shit show, not to insult commodes, but the whole former West Wing should be in Guantanamo. True to my Jamaican mode, I'm rolled and in the hold of ganja smoke, and like always, thoughts provoke. Republican folks said no to impeachment for the insurrection, but they tried to impeach Clinton years ago for just having an erection behind closed doors. In the days of good old C-Notes was the goalpost that put most past poor and poverty, but some still had hope. In 2008, Yes We Can draped flawlessly in melanin about the shade of Alameda Beach sand solidified itself as a historical quote to a Mount Rushmore deserving encroach. Michelle learned on the go, called it like Madame Cleo and spoke, letting us know that many will go low. Racism is a pro at disguising itself as policy or law so that equality crawls slow. Average Americans reject their reality dose, but Black Americans have the built-in device that decodes when racism shows. All of us are born with it. It's just some of us has our set to off mode. As was the case when racism, fresh from an overtanning stove, approached the White House as his abode. Immediately sent out easily exposed khaki pants and tiki torch code. Guess hieroglyphics would have made his brain smoke. COVID hit, he choked like he swallowed a load while snorting coke. Drink bleach wasn't a joke. Obama did the most, so America pushed the envelope and retaliated with 45 to revolt. More of his homies in jail than any of my folks from East O. That poison has been awakening long after the sickness will still float. My lovely wife, like this poem, she is my flow. African in all of its original, although the Philippines be her birth home, her first zip code. So she's imported, but her ink doesn't know. At one point, our coach, Hype Williams, directing something dope. My queen with her ink spazzing like busting out, and her pen was flip mode. Now that's news of old. She'd say she let the training wheels go, read me something she wrote, and I'd rebuttal. No, that's way over the suggested weight limit that training wheels can hold. Jewelry in the shape of an O on our matching middles as committal to sharing life's workload. It's been my blessing to behold her writing episodes, insidious pen strokes possessed like demons in the diaries of Chernobyl, desperately trying to avoid catching verbal turf toe. Erotic word flow assisted her intro to many earlobes, but that's a closed road in the physical. Her royal virtuosity is virtual, it's just her pen game is kind of a hoe. Cross that line, just remember God forgives, but I don't. Lately, though, I've been froze by where her pen goes. You see, at night before the last hour strokes, we have combos about all things from sexual to issues affecting our social. We allow each other to educate, and as of late, I've been able to appreciate hearing her pen regurgitate off my plate the food I fed her soul like Cliff Notes. My high school grades would never say so, but as far as the three governing branches go, I've always been a history troll. I trust none of those mofos, so I study where they've been to understand where they're trying to go. If current affairs saturates my quotes, my wife also gets soaked. We like the twins on G.I. Joe, only difference is we elope. I call her my canvas, but she is also my echo. Without one word spoke, we communicate like TV and remote. Accidentally, we collabo without even knowing we both in the labo. We heard the floats of conspiracy-soaked anecdotes that left our country barely afloat and at the end of his rope so much that Kamala and Joe had us listen to Yolanda Adams blow, singing hallelujah to heal a country left battered and broke. 4 more years, we'd be post-war third world buried under rubble and smoke. Maybe that's the hope of the Christian geos. I know I trust my penis in the mouth of a cannibal before I believe evangelicals are the people that God chose. More gold is the goals and souls were sold. Rush to Capitol like Trailer Park Man was being sold. And oh, that's what pissed off the Pope. They claim they didn't know, but Michael Cohen's told. He is the lawyer that paid $100K to shush Stormy Daniels, who was Donald Trump's hoe. But let's juxtapose. Suppose my folks were xenophobe, decided to lock and load, then rolled on the Capitol in the optical of the whole globe. Will Washington allow that visual or show white nationals how colored individuals are expendable? It's just invisible constitutional quid pro quo. And this has been my flow.
Oh my goodness. Oh. Ooh.
Thank you.
Clutching my pearls, clutching my pearls. It was so amazing. I loved it.
Wow. Wow. Thank you.
I loved it because I am like you. I'm a historical person, but all of this United States government stuff, you know, I'm telling you, fear of, and I hate to say this, but fear of a black planet will show you what is what every time.
Yes.
And we have been watching this just kind of unfold and morph and turn. Everything that they lied to us for over 400 years and told us what it was and what it was supposed to be.
Yes,
The
sister.
minute a black man became president, all of that changed.
Man, blew up the whole system.
It just, I mean, and right now we're just, I mean, look at it.
Yeah.
You know,
and that's exactly why I called it an encroach.
That's right.
It was an encroach. That's exactly why I called it an encroach.
Right. You have all of these poisonous politicians. They would rather destroy.
Oh, I love that phrase. Poisonous politicians.
Poisonous politicians. They would rather destroy this world rather than let another black person be president of it.
Absolutely.
And that is what we're all looking at right now.
Right. Man.
Absolutely.
Wow. That's powerful. I believe that.
It's the truth. So next up, we're gonna have a video. This one, we're going back to Tammy again.
Nice.
Yeah, ready?
Oh yeah.
Hello everyone. I am Tammy Thomas, author and poet, and I'm going to be reading out of my book, Poetry's Truth. And this piece is called God, Music, and Poetry. Enjoy. I have been carrying the weight of the world on my shoulders, and it was beginning to be too much to bear. I pray and leave my burdens there with God. Music is my meditation piece to ease the pain that is stilled in me. Poetry is my therapy that helps me to forgive the worry of the world. My mind cries out for release. My soul needs to exhale. My spirit wants to breathe. My very being wants to be whole. Music soothes me mentally, while poetry fulfills me. As God is my Savior who protects me, here I lay to rest depression, suicide, anxiety, doubt, and anything that may discourage me of my happiness. As I fight with my allies, God, music, and poetry by my side, I will win every time. Thank you.
Yes, sister. Yeah. Yes. Yes, sister.
That
Yes,
was
yes.
Tammy.
Yeah, that was Tammy Thomas.
Oh, wonderful.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes.
Yeah.
And she got, I think she has two books. So y'all follow her on Facebook. Her name is Tammy Thomas. Both of her
Okay.
books are poetry.
Okay, I'm following Tammy Thomas.
Yes. So I'm gonna read another piece. This one is called Hold On. So I'll be back. Well, y'all will be back. This one says, Hold on. Today I question myself. Today I question my love for myself. Today I question my strength. And today I question my faith. Many times we sit between the four walls and we're contemplating suicide because we feel less than garbage in the street. Many times we sit in our own minds and think of all the words that have been said to you when someone else has been putting you down for years. Many times we have fight low self-esteem because people have been putting you down since childhood. Many times we have fight depression because the past in the present trauma that we have not healed from. Many times we fight the questions of our faith because we've been in the storm, the rain, and the whirlwind. A lot of times we're just not sure when this storm is going to end. We carry all the pain that we have been inflicted on us or pain we have allowed to hurt us through the place of this thing called life. Where was I? Oh, we have allowed ourselves to carry the baggage. We need to let go of all the hurt, the fear, and the disappointment to get unstuck from your past. The moment is now to remove yourself from your past, unplug from your pain, and create a new chapter to your story. Create a new chapter can only begin with the new joy, peace, and happiness that what is filled of what you feel like it looks like. The moment is now to remove yourself from your past, unplug again from your pain. Create the value of who you are. Create that new chapter because only you can write it. Moments of when you no longer allow the darkness of your past to no longer bond you into negativity, allowing your body, your mind, and your soul to heal from your pain and your past trauma. Moments of when you have been transparent to others of scars you've had and then used it to wait to heal others through their pain. I will no longer hold on to the pain that was holding me back from being a better version of myself. I will no longer hold on to the pain that stops me from loving myself and knowing who I am. We can win this fight together. No more holding on to that past pain or that trauma. Oops, sorry. My computer is doing the most.
That's right. Reclaim that strength. Reclaim that strength. I like the power in that because you're reclaiming your God given strength, your God given confidence in yourself. You're reclaiming that. It seems like that comes from a place where you kind of let something put you in a place that you know better, right? If that makes sense.
Right.
You know better than
Yeah.
being in that place.
Right.
But sometimes things we go through cloud us so much to where it dilutes our confidence, it dilutes
Right.
our surety of ourselves, and we allow ourselves to slip in that place.
Mm-hmm.
And that piece felt like you, like, girl, hold on, wait a minute, what you tripping? You know what I mean? And so I love what that, I love what you did with that.
And yeah, that's what the concept when I was writing it. Because so many times when things happen, we get into that mentality of not letting go of the past and what you've been through. You can't continue to live through the trauma. You gotta go through it and grow through it. And just, you
Mm,
know, it Because the longer you hold on to it, the longer it's still gonna be hanging right behind you with baggage and other
Right,
things that's gonna come with it that you lead into
right.
other directions. So
Real
it's
clear.
time to
Real
write a new
clear.
chapter.
Mhm.
Now,
I got that.
now, Aziz, do you have a book out? How can we like get your work?
Okay, so on Facebook, I'm Aziz Pomanologist Robinson. That's my
Okay.
Facebook name. On
Hmm.
Facebook, you can catch a lot of like advertising from my shows. On Facebook, I do weekly shows. I do about 3 to 4 shows a week. I
Okay.
have poetry. I have authors. Um, I have, like I said, I have comedians. I've had Coco Brown on. I've had Sherry Shepherd on. This week we have Michael Collier coming on. Um, and so you follow me there. And I have a couple tracks on Spotify under the Pomanologist, just like it's spelled right here, Pomanologist.
Okay.
So you go look for a couple of my tracks on Spotify as well.
Okay. I just wanted to know how to be able to like find you so I could support you.
Thank you. And likewise, back too. I want to be able to do the same for you as well.
See, I love the network. This is also
Yes, I
what you
do.
do it for: network,
Mhm.
connections, collaborations. You just never
That's
know.
what it's about.
So that's
We
that's what
keep
it's
it.
about.
Listen. Like my thinking is, we keep it by giving it away.
Right.
Right.
If you don't give it away, you lose.
That's
So
right.
we keep it by giving it away. I
Yes.
promise you. I
Hmm.
Yes.
promise you.
Yes.
And so anything that I can do to reach back and grab, that's my main objective. I don't like anybody see anybody starving for anything. Food, poetry, networking,
Hmm.
promotion. I don't want to see anybody starving for anything. And if I can do one thing to help that, then that's how I look at things. Nothing behind it, no strings attached. Just
Right.
if I can help you to advance, I don't care. I don't have any type of back ideas. No, you go, you do what you do. Just like when people come to my network and host, and if you get discovered by somebody else, that's a greater opportunity. I would be upset if you don't take that opportunity. You know what I'm saying? Because I want to springboard you. So I love networking and promoting, and that's what my network, just my network, that's what that's all about. Promoting and just helping others.
I hear you. I hear you. Sheena, you know how I feel about you. So
Yes. Absolutely. Absolutely. We met on a book tour and we've been friends.
yes.
Listen.
Yes. But
Yeah.
you know the
Yes.
love I have for you.
Absolutely.
Anytime I
Yes.
see anything that you're doing, so
Yes. And it's likewise, hey, let me go share this. Let me see what she's doing, what you need. So absolutely. Because in order
Mhm.
for us to grow, we got to work together,
I
That's
agree.
right.
collab, share, tell
I
a person
agree.
about somebody else that you know.
I agree.
Somebody else might can teach you something that I don't know. So hold on, let me share this person.
And
Right.
So
I just
Yeah.
love it. I love it because it's a network of us.
Hmm.
What I love, particularly Sheena, with you are so busy cheering all of the rest of us that there is not a place for, oh, I'm not going to help her. I got mine. She got to get hers. Because you're so busy rooting for just everybody. When you come in contact with somebody, you're trying to see how you can help them, you know? So there are so many people watching you just because, the books, we see you, we can't help but see.
Right. Right. Exactly. Exactly. Exactly.
right. Too funny. Well, how they say you gotta make them, so you gotta stay consistent.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we're gonna throw Flow up next, and then after that we'll go around again, and
Let's
then
do
we
it.
can do what we do. So Flow is coming at us again with her last poem for tonight.
Okay.
Lions, Tigers, and Bears by Free Flow. The hardest battle in life is the battle of heart versus mind. Heart telling me to let go, free fall, enjoy how you make me feel. But my mind is telling me, hold on tight, keep the walls up, the ones I've built over the years. Because forever doesn't last. The other shoe will drop eventually. Bad case of philophobia. the fear of falling in love, afraid of being a fool again, that you won't catch me when I fall, afraid of feeling something so amazing, only to lose it in the end, afraid that it's too much too soon, afraid of misreading words or actions, trying my best to avoid feeling all those painful memories again. Those felt after a heartbreak, after being the only one to fall, constantly wondering whether you'll love me passionately or maybe my love will be too intense. So many songs remind me of you, daydreaming about our future, smiling for no reason, excited when you're near. Thought it was just my imagination, but love is constant. In this case, instant. Heart and body betraying me. These walls are getting harder to hold up. I apologize for this never-ending cycle of giving in, letting go, then pushing you away. Defense mechanisms activated, so damaged that when you try to love me, I have no idea how to respond because I have never experienced reciprocation. You've given me many reasons to trust and let go, allow myself to love you, stop trying to protect myself from the love I deserve, the love I've waited patiently for. I let go of the possibility of love instead of letting go of my fears. Will you value everything about me? Things that others never appreciated? Is what we have worth the risk? Won't know unless I jump right in. So many things on this earth that I'm not afraid of, but I am absolutely terrified of falling in love with you.
Snap it up, everybody. That is
Man,
her
yo,
name is Author Free Flow on Facebook. Go follow Free Flow. She
definitely.
also has several books. Plus, she does poetry as well. So follow her. She yes. Listen,
That was fine.
You know,
That was
you
fine.
really had some very talented poets here. You know,
Yes,
I mean,
yes.
Aziz just knocked my, socks off. I
Oh,
had no idea.
wow.
I had no idea.
Wow.
You just had, free flow. You just had some really, really, really amazing wordsmiths on the show.
Yeah, and I'm so humbled by that. I'm so humbled by that. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. And feeling goes back double time.
Thank you.
like when I first put it out, I wasn't sure like how people was gonna respond to it, but I'm like, who's supposed to come and be a part of it? They'll be a part. Like I've had a lot of people that reached out and like, because I put it in like a poetry group, and then they responded. But once I told them what it was or that it cost $10 for them to, and my thing is, it's like this. It's not that I'm out trying to get nobody money, but
Sure,
at the same time, I'm promoting, I'm doing
sure,
flyers
sure,
and all
sure,
that. At the same time,
sure.
time is money,
It
and
was
it's
it
nothing
was
personal.
it was such a humble fee, but it was worth it. I'm
Yeah,
just
it was.
enjoying
It was.
all of the
And for
talent.
those, yeah. And for those that have those feelings about whatever they said about, I mean, first of all, it's pink punk ass Don. First of all, that's first and foremost. That's first and foremost. Let's get that out the way first and foremost. But it goes back to what I was saying about no strings attached support.
Right,
Mm-hmm.
You know what I
right.
mean? It doesn't matter what the $10 is for. It don't matter. The sister is doing something and she's trying to do something for others. I
Yes,
have to be a part of that. I don't care what I wanted to be a part of that.
that's
You know what
right.
I'm saying? No strings attached, no whole barred. Let,
That's right.
yeah, like
Sheena, girl, you are on to something with this. You need to bring it back for
yeah,
Black History. That's
yeah.
what you need to do.
We can do that as well. I mean, we can plan one. For matter of fact, I'll sit back and put it together for a date in March. I just have to figure out one.
Okay,
We
let's do it.
definitely can.
Hmm.
Let's do it. Let's
Definitely
do it.
can. And why not?
Hmm.
I'm
Let's do
for
it.
it. I'm for it. And
It was
then I'm doing it next week too. So just make sure y'all tune in, pop in and
Yeah.
stuff. Because I'm doing it
okay.
next Friday
Oh,
on the at 8 o'clock as well. Well,
Okay,
it'd
so
be
it's gonna,
what, 7 your time?
yeah. It's gonna be next. You said next. Okay.
I'm doing another one next Friday. I have like I think six or everybody seems to have been choosing the 21st.
Okay.
I think I have like 6 or 7 poets on that
Wow.
day. So I
Wow.
gotta so this weekend I
That's
gotta
nice.
get their flyers together, promote,
Mm-hmm.
do what I do and
Mm-hmm.
stuff like that. But it's all about networking and being able to create your own lane. Cause a lot of times, you hear about poets, but you don't see
Sure.
them a lot either. So I'm like, why not do a poetry show?
Right,
Like,
right,
why
right.
Loved
not?
it. Love
So
being part of it. Thank you so
Make
much.
me
I'm
too. It's a
honored to
big,
have ya.
yeah, it is. This is a huge honor. And I'm having big fun. This is very exciting. I'm loving it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a great way to be able to get, like how you say words are attached to different things. So you never know who it might heal, help,
Right.
empower, inspire. Like matter of fact, somebody on here was like, I'm not a poet, but they wanted to let me see if I can find the comment.
Oh
I
wow.
made that. Yeah, they was like they not a poet, but here we go. This is my friend uh, Diane. He said, I'm not a poet, but this makes me want to write a poem of COVID survivor. So,
Oh
like I
wow.
said, and that came from when you was reading your poem.
That's
And
right.
when you was reading it, I was thinking about it because I had COVID in November.
Oh, I
Mm.
So
didn't know
it's
that.
like, yeah, because I didn't post it on Facebook.
Sure.
Yeah.
My content was still going,
Yeah.
but I was sick in bed
Wow.
with COVID for like from November 15th to past my birthday to about, I think it was like about a couple days after my birthday, I started feeling better. But for about a good 3 weeks.
Wow.
That's why you really didn't see me do like my podcasts and everything. Like at
Sure.
the end of the year, you saw it looked a
Sure.
little slower than normal
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
because I was recovering from
From
COVID.
COVID.
So,
Mm.
and that's the one thing with it as well. It's not, you know, everybody's body, acts
Right.
to it different.
Right.
And it took a while. Like even though COVID was not there anymore, it still
Mm-hmm.
was things I had to recover as far as breathing and every. It
Mm-hmm.
was listen.
Mm.
I could write a book on that thing. I would not wish that on my worst enemy.
Right. Right. It's serious. It's very
It
Yeah.
serious.
is.
It
It
is.
is.
It is.
You have people saying this was fire. They enjoyed the show. Like they're loving it. See, we got the
Nice.
fire. See, we got some fire going.
Mm-hmm. Good. Thank you, people. Thank you
Yeah,
so much.
this is so amazing. Michelle. Actually, Michelle will be on here next week.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
Yep,
cool.
Michelle King will
Cool.
be on here next week.
We're gonna be watching you, Michelle.
Yes, she'll be on here next week as well. So y'all two ready for y'all last uh joy of words for tonight. Not
Let's go.
forever, but just for tonight.
For the night.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah. We're
Okay.
ready. We're
All right.
definitely ready.
Okay, Cheryl, you are first.
Okay, I want to just change this a little bit because I've
That's
already kind of hit you guys. I did the spiritual with both of the poems and Black history. So now I'm going to just kind of throw in my little attempt at, because Aziz did a beautiful piece paying homage to women and
hmm
uplifting women. So this is my attempt at doing that for Black men.
Oh wow.
Awesome. Let's get it.
So the world is taught to fear and hate you. I am floored by your majestic essence. You are beautiful, and I can't help but love you. I think about your strength. I draw in a deep breath as I admire the audacity of your swag. Watching you walk and taking in your presence is like an awe inspiring work of art. There's nothing like beholding the beauty of Black men wherever it is you dare to go. Yes, I said beautiful. That is what you are. No question about your magnetic presence. You draw me in, and that is without speaking one word. When you finally speak, it's as comforting as a flowing river listening to you espouse God's knowledge of King Solomon's Proverbs. You are beautiful, Black man. The way you speak and think, I want to get as close to you, as close as I can get. Teach me the ways of God as we build our impenetrable forever foundation. I look at you and know you are a gift from God. I'm your rib, and you are the other half of my soul. You, black man, were designed to be a restorer of life, one of Jehovah's royal priests. I think it's time for us to set our place in spiritual and biblical history. Maybe we could be our generation's next Ruth and Boaz. The love story continues. Poem.
Yeah, sorry, my computer had kicked me out. You hear me?
I can hear you fine.
Okay. Yeah, my computer's doing something weird. It
Oh,
kicked me. Yeah, it totally like boot me out while you were going through your poem.
oh wow. Okay.
And that's why you see me just now because it still had me on there, but I
Right.
was logging back on. So it was too, like I said, it was just, I'm like, wait a minute, really? Did it just do that?
Yeah.
Gotta love the internet. It does what it
Love it.
does. Gotta
Gotta
love it.
love the internet.
But from
I'm
the
hearing
part
you.
that I heard, it was awesome till I got booted out. Oh Lord.
Yo,
It's
that's
all
me.
right. I'll go
I,
back and watch the replay on that one.
listen, I can tell you, listen, from a black man, thank you so much for that. Thank you so much for telling us that. Thank you so much for feeling that. Um, like we need to hear that.
I know. That's why I wrote that.
We need to hear that. And so, as a
Yes.
representative on this show of black men, I thank you so deeply for that. And I'm pretty sure all black men agree with me.
You know, you just tire of seeing, your counterparts vilified.
Right.
The world is happier to have us all be just kind of one trick ponies and put us in the box of either we are Nene Leakes and the Housewives of Atlanta, you know, or you know, or we don't have an appreciation for
I have to snap on that one.
for politics or reading, you know, or learning about our government, you
Mhm.
know. I can appreciate Nene Leakes, but I also like to read Zora Neale Hurston
Mhm.
and Maya Angelou.
Mhm.
So you know, everything is in measure. But thank you so much for appreciating that because I greatly appreciated your rendering for what you had to say tonight. I loved all of your pieces.
Thank you
Yes,
so much.
yes, yes. They were all on point and ready. So you have Diane saying she loved it. You have Michelle, she giving you the hearts and the fire. And then you also have Diane saying great poem. So they loving it out here. They
Thank
enjoying the
you.
words.
Yeah,
Thank you so much. I'm so
Joy of the
grateful.
words. Listen. So we're gonna have you do your last piece, Mr. Pomanologist.
thank you.
And then after that, we're gonna full circle it and then have y'all tell the people, like about your books and what you do and just who
Okay,
you are, you know what I mean, as a person. Okay?
absolutely, absolutely.
All right.
All right. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna switch it up a little bit too. But I'm gonna go romance this time. I hope y'all like romantic poetry. She is my canvas, able to withstand this branch's reach when we each align for a verbal grind, and I enter from behind. Timelessly, her anatomy absorbs minds, sponging my fertilizing hydration. Like a cannabis patient, her sensation is the libation that keeps my mind in its prime, calming my nerves. And as if each step is nouns and verbs, espouse curves and powers her walk as she defines my words. Sexy and slow is the pace, as if speech is slurred. Her once bare pages were crazily left agonizing. Before me, agonizing them, she was left compromising. Her tarp tantalizes the head of my pen, encouraging me to spill within her leaf. She is a book of me that reads from cover to cover, and to know she is to know me. Poetically, we communicate. Any places that verses will land us. Our cadence is hieroglyphic speaks. Others discover that they don't understand us. Verbally, they crave to disband us, but I find solace in her, and I am at peace when she is my canvas. She accepts my felt tip, ball point on point and erect when she felt this deep, dark, unfiltered, non-watered down, permanent mark, sparking non-toxic, exotic nativity. Her goddess tendencies are equal to my god fantasies, but still she appreciates my erotic creativity. Irritatedly, I have unsuccessfully thrust my ink in the wrong direction as others just passed it. The results were tragic, my thoughts crashing like the wrong way in traffic. She is now my canvas, and our chemistry is naturally automatic, so I trust her to decipher my cipher like linguistic graphics. She allows me to paint my frustration. Her pages wraps me in her dedication. Within her is where I live as my rib makes her creation. Blatant is our existence. Our cohesiveness is no coincidence. She is my canvas, and I compliment her by filling her in with a strengthened instrument, spilling ink and blotting the emptiness like her melanin demands it, because she is my canvas. And that's my drip.
The wordplay was so magnificent. Oh wow!
Thank you so much.
Look, mic drop.
Wow. We might need some fans around here too.
Yes, yes, yes. So I'm gonna read my last one, and then after that, I'm gonna allow y'all to tell the world on who y'all are and what y'all do.
Okay.
So y'all'll be back. This one is called Embracing Me. Today, I introduced you to a woman who went through tragedy and a toxic experience. I have been hurt from my past, cheated on, and called out my name. Yes, I've also suffered through mental, physical, and verbal abuse. We commonly ask the question, how do you get back to being yourself after all the hurt, the pain, the disappointment, and the sadness you felt? You must find your worth. You must create the happiness for yourself. You must love yourself to know the true you. Have the power with your soul to understand your status of who you are within yourself. How many times are you going to doubt your ability to become a better version of yourself? Becoming more than what and how people feel about you. How many times are you going to allow your low self-esteem to be the barriers to not understanding your worth? Understanding that the person that is within you, understanding the power of your soul, understanding the ability to use your tragedy, your pain as a story and not a scar, to learn who you are. So many times we allow the past to stop you from progression in life. You use it as a clutch not to move on and not to let go. Many times we do need to do some soul searching to look at our own flaws and imperfections, learning to accept who we are and not trying to fit into society because it seems cool. Many times it's hard to accept the truth of who you are behind the mask. Many times you need to just forget your judgment, accept we are not perfect and we cannot be a machine, and we can't be what everybody else wants us to be. Right now, I introduce you to a woman who created her own lane, who motivates herself and others to love yourself more. I have rebuilt myself into a phenomenal woman of love, happiness, and self-worth. Stop waiting on someone to give you happiness. Stop waiting on someone to give you love. Stop waiting on someone to give you the life that you was meant to have. You must master your life for yourself, and everything else will fall into place. Always remember that you are amazing, you are beautiful, you are phenomenal, and you are truly a queen. And remember that you hold the power and the glory.
That's right. Power and the glory in multiple ways.
Yes, 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 yes. So who wants to go first in telling who they are?
It's
It's
always
up to
ladies first.
y'all.
It's always ladies first.
Oh, how sweet. Thank you. Basically, you guys, I'm Cheryl Jackson, and you all know me because I'm part of a writing team, and I have a phenomenal sister that is my partner and my biological sister that we partner and we write our books together. This is the second release, which is Mirrored Images. That's our book that's out now. I don't know if you can see that. And this was our first release, which is different sides of the same coin. And you can find us, we're everywhere. It's really simple. We've made it really simple for you guys to find us. We are Sisters Rock and Rhyme, and that's our handle on every social media platform. The only one that is a little bit different is Instagram, and I'm trying to get that sorted out right now. Someone hacked our account, so it used to be Sisters Rock and Rhyme, but right now I've kind of had to switch it a little bit and say Two Sisters Rock and Rhyme until I can get, which I'm prayerfully that will be worked out real soon to get that.
Absolutely. So y'all heard her.
Yes.
And if you haven't, go back and slow down the replay and it'll be there. And how can they purchase your book?
Both of our books are uh, Amazon and Barnes and Noble. I'm actually loading the first book. Uh, that will be on Barnes and Noble probably real soon.
Okay.
This is book one, but both of the books are on Amazon.
Okay. Nice.
All right, guys. Y'all seen it, y'all hear it, you heard her speak it. Go support her.
That's
Grab a
right.
book. You know, listen, it's gifts are every day. You don't gotta wait till the holidays to buy a book or something. Just buy it anyway. Put it
Right.
in the archives. You might need a poem to inspire you. Go grab that book and stop playing. Next up.
Well, first of all, thank you for having me. It's definitely been an honor for being here. I want you to come on though and promote the book that you just talked about. We have a show called The Authors Lounge that comes on Tuesday, right? So that book that you just talked about, I want to do like a hour or two promotional on you, strictly for promotionals. I want to talk about the book, and it's called The Authors Lounge. It's hosted by Hezekiah Morris. He's an author. Just had one of his books, The Player, turned into a movie. So I actually helped in the soundtrack on that. So anyway, but I would love to have you come on and let's discuss more of that book and let's get that book sold and promoted for you. You know what I mean?
Wow, I wasn't expecting that. I know Hezekiah. I actually
Yeah.
actually was on Hezekiah's show maybe 2
Okay.
years ago.
Okay, that's my network. That was my network, Drip the Mic.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I didn't know that. It's so nice to meet you.
Yeah, and it's a pleasure to meet you as well. So I want to have you come back on and let's talk about that book. Let's get that book promoted, like real talk.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
I love it.
Everybody, right. Everybody, I am Aziez, the Pomanologist. I go by Aziez Pomanologist Robinson on Facebook or just at Pomanologist on Instagram. Now, I'm a little guilty. I'm an old man. I'm 50. I'm half century. So I don't do the Instagram as much as I do Facebook. I'm just now getting Facebook. Again, they come out with all this other stuff. So, but I am active on Instagram. But I just not as like I should be. But on Facebook, you can definitely find me there. I am the CEO of Drip the Mic Network. And again, like I said earlier, we do shows throughout the week, poetry, author, comedians, Hollywood, where we have a show actually that's cast right out of Hollywood across from Warner Brothers Studios in Burbank, California, matter of fact, called UBN. That's the show that comes on Sunday. So send me a friend request. I accept everybody. I love promoting and I love trying to help get people to that next level. No strings attached. No nothing. So look me up, man. Let's get you on the platform. Let's work. Let's work. So
I enjoyed everything you did tonight,
Thank
and
you.
I'm definitely going to follow you.
Listen, I told him I was ready. Like, okay.
Well,
But It was
Thank you.
definitely a pleasure. Like, you know how they say when there's something on your heart, just go for it. So that's what I did. I was sitting in the house like during the midst of COVID, and I'm just like, all right, 2022 was it. So I call 2022 my year of elevation. That means,
Mhm.
you know, taking it a level up, you know,
I really,
step into the next shift.
I've really enjoyed hanging out with you, Sheena. It's been so amazing. Thank
You're welcome. It's my
Yeah,
pleasure.
this
It's
was a great
definitely,
experience.
and it's crazy because I didn't, like how you say, you never foresay on how it's gonna go. I just accept and go with it and just let it flow and let it do what it does. And it's crazy because every piece that was going all wrapped into each other.
you. Right,
Yeah, right.
And I was just like that. I'm like, yo, I swear I couldn't put it together no better.
Yeah,
right, right.
absolutely.
Like I love it. So this is the end of the show tonight. Make sure y'all tune in. We will be back with I think it's about 6 or 7 authors next week on the
Yeah,
21st.
yeah.
I'm definitely coming to support. I will
So will
support.
I. I would
Yes, please,
definitely be in the
please,
building.
please. At
Definitely be in
8,
the building.
it'll be 8 o'clock Eastern. So
Right,
if you're
that's it.
Central
Right,
Time, it's
it's that.
7.
Hmm.
And
Okay.
if you're what is it? Pacific, it'll
Pacific. Right.
be
Like
5.
6. 6. Yeah, yeah, five.
It'd be like 5 because they're
Yeah,
3 hours behind us, so it'll be
Hmm.
5. So
yeah.
5, 7, 8,
And
8
8.
Eastern.
Hmm.
Mhm.
Got it.
I try to give y'all all times from wherever you may
That's
be,
right.
tuning in from.
Yep.
So,
I hear you.
I and just a little about me. If you didn't hear exactly what my intro video is, I'm gonna put it on at the end too. But I am the author of The Mask Behind the Mask, which was
Hmm.
my first book.
Hmm.
My second book, which is called Unveil the Broken Pieces of Mask, which is this book.
That's beautiful.
And I am about to come out with the children book, which is called The Power in Me, which will be out next month. Power in Me for the
Oh,
kids.
Wow. Yo,
You know,
congratulations.
so
oh,
yes,
Congratulations.
wow.
yes, yes, yes. And
That's
Congratulations.
big. That's
besides
big.
my about to be 3, I've collabed in about 10 other various of books. So you can find me a multiple of everywhere,
Hmm.
international, local, and global, because I've actually have a book I collabed with that was a lady that was out in Nigeria.
Wow.
So, that made me an international author. So I try to elevate myself every chance that I get. But also, I am a podcast host, as y'all can see.
Yeah.
I'm a mother of 2. I'm a writer for a magazine. I'm a spoken word artist. I'm a poet. And
Wow.
I'm just a woman. I'm a big advocate for domestic violence. And
Yes.
I'm out here to help elevate and motivate and inspire, because it's the year of elevation.
Yeah.
And like the speech I did today for boot camp is called I Choose Me. So for 2022, I need everybody out there to go choose themselves,
All
because
right.
in order to pour into you, you got to choose you. In order
Mhm.
to inspire you, you got to inspire yourself. So
That's right.
step into 22, say, I'm choosing me, because you're pouring back into yourself.
Mhm.
And this has been, the lady behind the mask, as y'all call me, Sheena Goodine. You can find me on Sheena Goodine, author, Sheena Goodine. And let me spell it for you. It's Shana.
Hmm.
And my last name is Gourdine. And you
Hmm.
can find me on all my platforms as that. Or if you want to join my group on Facebook, it's called Power in Your Voice. I have Victory of the Minds. And then you can also find me at Sheena Unmasked and Motivation, where I take in people. And that's where I throw my life coaching hat in. And I elevate you to transparency to learn to love yourself and self love after trauma. This is me. This is, the things I do and the hats and all the things I do to help be a vessel to help people step into their transformation. So this has been the lady behind the mask, and I'm gonna, play my outro. I love y'all. Tune in and keep sharing. Everybody needs to hear what was going on tonight. So share, share, share. Some family, share it. Inbox them, send it out, all the above. Why not? Listen, you gotta tell them, because sometimes people need direction.
That's
Yeah.
right.
That's
That's
true.
right.
So you
That's
tell
it.
them to go share so they remember what it is.
Yep. Real shit.
So y'all hold tight. Don't just jump off. But I'm about to play the exit.
Okay.
Okay.
Introducing to some, and reintroducing to others. Speaker, entrepreneur, motivational coach, and author, Sheena Gadine. If you wish to contact her, you can contact her via email at sgadine16@gmail.com, or you can visit her website, www.sgadine16.com.